Well, hello there. Festive greetings to you all. I have been in hibernation the last couple of days and really not had the energy to do anything. So I really wanted to wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas and best wishes for 2018. And just remembering that we've had the winter solstice, and a while ago I posted about the fact that there was a shift happening on this planet, and the ascension paradigm was being activated and a new reality here on Earth was being activated, and this was said to be completed before the 21st of December. So we're now living in a new paradigm, and I thought that it would be really enjoyable to share with you actually the creation story of InJoy Yoga, because when I look back on it, it's all pretty magical, and it's quite hard, quite hard to actually put into words exactly what happened. And hopefully you know me well enough now to know that I'm not completely bonkers. I'm just going to say it as it is. So here it is. I'm going to try and say it in 5 minutes. But basically it's really important. So anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Rosie. I'm the founder of InJoy Yoga. And InJoy Yoga was founded back in 2004 officially. But it had started forming in 2003. Actually, it had been seeded as a vision when I was pregnant with my daughter. I was 6 months pregnant with my daughter. So I would have been 21 at the time, nearly 22. And so that would take it back to 2001, just to tell you how far back we went. And my mum was giving me a Reiki treatment. So my mum is my Reiki master. She's now in spirit. She sadly died 9 years ago. And I say sadly because we all miss her very much in physical, but effectively she's with us in spirit all of the time. So though I miss her physical presence, I'm so grateful for how she guides me through all of the things that have gone on in my life since she's not been here physically. Anyway, while she was in physical, she was giving me a Reiki treatment. And as I was sort of connecting to my baby and just opening myself up to my soul's purpose and just receiving the love, I had this vision. I had this vision of this being literally coming out of the sky. I thought this might have been my daughter, to be fair. I didn't know if I had a boy or a girl at the time. My mum was convinced it was a boy, or Scarlett was a boy. I was pretty convinced she was a girl. But, you know, you don't know till they come out, or unless you have a scan. I didn't have any scans. So basically, this being came out of the sky, like literally just came into my face like that. And there were big, big eyes, and then a big third eye too. And I got handed a magic wand. And I was just like, okay. So I just tried to stay out of my head, in my heart with this, see where I was being taken. And the next thing was I saw myself standing in the middle of a field, and my arms were out like this, and it was like there was a huge tree boundary all around, but it was massive. I was just standing there opening myself up, and then all these women started to come out from the woods. All of the women were coming out from the trees, and then the children and the babies, and then the men came as well. And didn't know what any of this was about. You know, I liked yoga. I'd done some yoga. I'd taught a bit of yoga because my parents were both really into yoga, so had sort of taught me, and I was playing around with it before I had my daughter, but I wasn't as steeply, steeped in this as I am now. So basically, roll forward, I wanted to have a home birth because I was really scared of having my power taken away in hospital. So I kind of set everything up, thinking I was totally prepared to have a home birth, but fear got in the way and ancestral stories got in the way, and I laboured for 4 days before transferring in for what would have been an emergency caesarean. However, once we got there, my daughter's heartbeat calmed down and I was able to give birth naturally. However, my experience, my memory of this was that it was a traumatic birth. It went on forever. It was traumatic. It was difficult. It was not the way I wanted it to be, and I felt like a failure. Now, roll forward to the yoga element. So I've now decided to train to get a proper qualification in teacher training with yoga so that I can get insured. And I am teaching general yoga at St. Augustine's Church. I was using the big room upstairs, which wasn't viable in the long term, so that's how we moved downstairs. And that room that you come to, those of you who come to Monday night yoga or any of the classes at St. Augustine's, that's really where InJoy was sort of gestated, let's say. So she was InJoy was conceived on my mother's couch, but gestated definitely in that crypt room, which we've really changed the energy of, along with the colours. Anyway, very quickly in my general yoga classes, I kept getting lots of pregnant women. And I felt like I really needed some extra training to support them. So I basically went and I found Birthlight. And that was the start of this journey, really. That was the foundation of InJoy, because I discovered through the pregnancy yoga teacher training that I did with Dr. Françoise Friedman, who has been my mentor for years, and Uma Dinsmore-Tooley. They were both teaching the course at the same time. I basically had so many profound revelations and realizations about pregnancy, about birth, about ancestral influences, about how the positioning of a baby and a mother's emotions both impact the birth more than anything else. And I got really excited, so I became a pregnancy specialist, pregnancy yoga specialist, then birth, babies, baby yoga, postnatal yoga. I trained with as a doula with Dr. Michel Audin and Liliana Lamers. And I retrained in Anusara Yoga in 2010. But basically, the whole piece prior to that is what InJoy was founded on. So I used to teach all of the classes. Okay, I used to teach all of the classes. I was really lucky. I think I've worked out that in the time that I was doing this, I've worked with over 5,000 women and their partners and their babies. And so I had a really good sample size of seeing the cause and effect of all sorts of things, and just being able to trace, how holistic my clients were to start with, how healthy they were, how emotionally well they were, how good their relationships were, and the kind of effect that this then had on the impact of their pregnancies, their births, their babies. And it founded this passion for holistic health and education, which is what InJoy Yoga is. Now, at some point, there are key people who really, really shifted InJoy Yoga, and I was running ragged trying to do everything. Anyone who knows me well will know, hopefully I'm a great yoga teacher, but as far as a business expert, not really. So I managed to keep InJoy Yoga afloat for a long, long time, and it was struggling. It was never making any money. But thankfully, key people came in. So I have to honour Donna Kingsley, who came in and really helped to put some structure around the business and to create a model that would allow me to duplicate and therefore to be able to bring other teachers on, which is how then InJoy started to grow. And I had a few PAs. Sue Gatorade was the first, and then Katerina and Cherie. And, it kind of built real cottage industry sort of from my office, my home office onwards. But now we're a team. And, Donna created the structure. I have to really honour Louise Green and Jen Porritt, because these two women have done something amazing with InJoy. And for the first time ever in 2017, we are seriously prospering. We're doing really, really well. And it's because of them. And it's because of you, because everybody who has come along and all of the teachers that have got involved. I mean, I've had Charmaine Murray, who's known as Heket Nejati. She's taken over my pregnancy yoga classes. I mentored her for over a year. She came with her second pregnancy to all of the classes. She's like bona fide, totally the right energy. We've got Lucy doing the baby yoga. We've got Reese. We've had Lily. Reese is teaching in the Anusara tradition, which is great because that's what I trained in more recently. Veronica's been with us for so long. She's so consistent, and she's been teaching our pregnancy yoga and beginners courses and level 1 courses. Like, the basic thing about everybody who teaches for InJoy is just about everyone on the team has been a client first. So it's a real homegrown industry. It's a real grassroots foundation that has been built. And the essence of InJoy Yoga is essentially about living in love, loving your life, which is, moving into Rosy Glow, and that'll be another video. But learning that what we put on and in our bodies really has an impact. What we put on and in our minds really has an impact. What we put on and in our hearts has an impact. So it's about learning to live in harmony with the planet, learning to live in harmony with ourselves, learning to live in harmony with community. Like, this is a recipe for world peace. It's like starting local, think global, act local. And that's what I did with InJoy. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it a space, a cooperative for people to seed new ideas and watch them grow. And some of the new ideas I'm really keen to see are holistic nurseries. I want to see mamas coming through our classes who've got a business sense about them, setting up holistic nurseries so that, everybody can take take care, support in the childcare, and also to support in, creating a new paradigm of nurseries where they're child-centred, they're baby-led, they're about, making sure that the emotional needs of the babies and the children there are really met first and foremost. And I want to see schools develop, and I would like to see all sorts of spin-offs come about. I've got a vision of a community centre in Croydon which will be open to all yoga teachers, not just InJoy teachers, therapists who subscribe to what we're talking about, to what we believe in. And it's not about paying lip service to yoga. Yoga is a way of life. It is a mindset that you adopt. What blew me away was change your view of the world and the world around you changes. That's what I seeded InJoy on. And, my biggest passion vision at the moment is the fact that we've got a mailing list of 4,000 people now. And the total population of the Croydon borough is less than 400,000. So we have the 1%. We have the 1% that we need to create massive change in our borough. Okay, so it only takes 1% of the population to be committed to something for it to affect everybody. So my call out and my shout out to all of you who watch this is, are you interested in being one of the 100 monkeys, the 1%, so actually the 4,000 monkeys that are going to embody a vibration that the whole of Croydon is going to take on? And that is the vibration that is Christ consciousness. It is the vibration of compassion, allowing, deserving, like really being in a place of being the vibration of peace, so that we can dissolve the hatred, we can dissolve the pain and the suffering that exists, love it up and move it into a new paradigm. I believe everybody who is a part of InJoy is a part of raising the vibration of Croydon. And I'm deeply committed to seeing this. I also want to see us getting together with religious organisations, all the religions in the area, all of the places of worship in the area, and saying, can we put our differences aside about how we worship God or how we welcome God into our lives, God being love in my perspective, and can we actually focus on peace? Can we focus on creating here a sustainable vibration for this community? So we can all put our guns down, and we can, instead of looking at what we have different that separates us, let's look at what unites us, because there is so much that unites us. And this new earth paradigm is actually based on unity consciousness. It is not about separation and suffering. It is about us moving into a space where we become co-creators of our reality, and we choose to co-create from love. We've learned that being separate from source teaches us things, but actually we can totally move beyond that and reunite with the God self within each of us, the inner presence within each of us that allows us to be the creator and to create a vision of this planet that we really want to seed. Whilst we're here in our bodies, all the institutions need to change. Everything, the way the banking system works, the way the healthcare system works, the way agriculture works, the way the pharmaceutical companies work, trying to think of other ones, food industry works, multinationals, everything has to change. Everything has to put the planet and its inhabitants first and foremost. We cannot survive on this planet without it. So I know you all know this, and I know you all know it's time to stop believing the broadcasting that we see out there, the television, news, the newspapers. We are being programmed. It's all propaganda. And it is time that we take over the media too. And we start demanding, politicians, media, you name it, that we elect those who represent what we truly believe in. And no one out there right now is really representing what we believe in. There's a very much service to self attitude out there, which is screw you so long as I'm all right. I need power in order to feel safe, so I'm going to dominate you in order to feel safe. That's got to go. That is not the world that we are building. That is the world that is going to destroy us all. So we need to move into service of others, service to others. And the way you do that is you plug into Source, you plug into Gaia, and you feed yourself everything that you need in order to prosper, in order to be well. And you become the example, shining the way for others to do that. We will always reach our hands out to anybody stuck in victim consciousness and say, are you ready to step out? Are you ready to move beyond this narrative? That's what InJoy helps you to do. InJoy Yoga lifts your vibration to the frequency of joy. Joy is the most easy frequency to create from. So even if this sounds like gobbledygook and, what would I call it? woo-woo nonsense. Somewhere in you, your soul knows this is all true. So I am inviting you to join me on this adventure. Be one of those 4,000 that says yes to co-creating a vision for Croydon. We can build it together. We can grow it together. What do we want it to look like? Sustainable, loving, multicultural, multi-faith, all embracing. But we have these key rules that we live by. We don't hurt each other, we don't hurt the planet, and we don't hurt ourselves. And we learn what that means together, okay? We learn what it means to love each other, to love ourselves, to love the planet together. That's what I'm subscribing to you. If you are wanting to do the same thing, then please join me. And last little announcement is that, you know, one of the things that happened for me over the years was I built up a lot of niche areas of knowledge to an expertise level, to a 10,000 hour level. And so I'm going to make sure that that is passed on to you. So I have the intention to set up a membership program for pregnancy, a membership program for postnatal healing and refinding yourself. In pregnancy, it's really about empowering yourself to be able to make decisions that are right for you and your baby, and to navigate your way through all the differing opinions that are out there to find your truth. Postnatally, it's going to be about healing after birth, finding your purpose within yourself through your baby, and moving forward in life to create a life that you really want your children to grow up in, a world that you want them to grow up in. So those are the main two memberships, and there will also be a membership for those of you who are ready to learn what it means to live fearlessly and to step out of the narratives, the stories, the groundhog days that you're used to, and to embrace a new vision. That involves a level of work, and I'm really happy to meet you where you're at and to do this in the stages that will apply to you, because some of us need to move faster than others. There is a way for everyone. If you don't know about rosieglow.com, please remember that is the spin-off from InJoy Yoga. It's where I do all of my digital programming and my coaching work. So if you are an InJoy member of our community and you would like to be a part of the Rosie Glow community, please sign up through Rosie Glow and like the Rosie Glow Facebook page. For now, I hope that you will join me in the vision that I have shared with you, and that instead of looking around thinking about how terrible it is that so many have got, well, so few have got so much and so many have got so little, let's all be a part of readdressing that balance. It is about shifting our own consciousness from a lack mentality to a lavish mentality, a mentality where we recognise that God wants us to be happy, life wants us to be happy, love wants us to be happy, to prosper, to shine, and to show others how to do that. We are the living examples of it. That's our purpose, is to live by example and to help others to step into their power fully. So if you feel a calling to that, you know that InJoy Yoga and Rosie Glow are going to help you get there. And I wish you a wonderful festive period. I also wish you an amazing 2018. Look out for unicorns. When you start seeing unicorns, you know magic is entering your life. And they're about soul healing. So angels are about heart healing. Unicorns are about soul healing. And we are all healing our souls now. So if you haven't got enough of what you want, open up to being the vibration that you need to be to attract it. And when you feel like you can't give but you want to give, bless those that you want to give to. Look well on them. Okay, that is a really important lesson that a friend of mine, Shiv, taught me recently. Look well on everyone and see how this is reflected on you. Loads of love to you. Have an amazing time. See you in 2018. We've got two Awaken Your Divine Spark workshops, one in Croydon on the 7th of January and one in Brighton on the 13th of January. So if you would like to awaken your divine spark, then that will be your next chance to connect with me. And do let me know if you're interested in any of the membership programs I have proposed, and in being one of those 100 monkeys that's really one of the 4,000. Take care, my loves. All the best. Namaste. Big thanks also to all the teachers, all of the crew, all of the headship team, and all of you for making InJoy Yoga so special. I love you. Thank you. Take care now. Namaste.